Hey, it's Paul with RackOutfitters.com, here to show you the Thule UpRide bicycle carrier. This is Thule part number 599, and here it is in the box, and behind me we have it on a vehicle that is equipped with a Thule roof rack system, and we already have a bicycle loaded. So we'll go over some of the key features that make this bicycle carrier unique. So for starters, I'll go ahead and remove the bike and show how the bike is removed, and then reload it to show how the bike is loaded up into place. So the first step in taking a bicycle off the rack is to release the rear wheel strap, and to do that I'll just press in on this gray lever and then pull out on that strap. Then next we want to make sure we have a good firm grip on the bicycle before we release the arm assembly, because that's where the bicycle is being held and gets its stability. So to release the arm assembly, we press in on the gray lever and extend upward and outward. And then down lower here, we have a lever that you would simply push down and then pull down the arm assembly flat. Okay, then next what we're going to do is grab a hold of the bike to where you're comfortable with how to grip it. We're going to roll backwards and then step away from the vehicle. So just roll back. And then we have the bicycle safely removed. So now with the bicycle off, let's go over some of the features of this rack that makes it unique. So you have an arm assembly that comes up, and you can see here there's a window where you can position it for the wheel size, the tire size that you'll be loading. So that particular bicycle that we just took off has a 29-inch wheel. You press this, you pull out on this lever and bring the arm to different positions, and you can see the window will have different indications for different wheel sizes. So for example, here's a size for 28, 27.5, and 26. Okay, so to put it in the stowed position, we'll just take this arm and bring it down flat, and that is the stowed position for while you're traveling without a bicycle loaded. So this bicycle carrier is currently attached onto a Thule AeroBlade Edge roof rack system. The AeroBlade and the AeroBlade Edge both have a slotted bar, so this is attached into the top of the bar. There is no external underbar plates for this method of attachment. Now there's also the option to use an underbar plate for Thule's square bars. So in place of these square-headed bolts that are included for this method of attachment, you would use this bracket instead, which would go around the bar, and that would be for Thule square bars. Okay, and then there's also the option for security of the rack of this bicycle carrier to the bar. So here is one of the levers that's holding the carrier to the bar. You'll notice there's currently a plug in there, and that's how it is equipped out of the box. However, you can just put your finger in there, push out that little plug, and replace it with one of Thule's lock cylinders. So this is an example of a Thule lock cylinder. They're sold separately in matched sets, so that if you're purchasing two of these carriers, you can potentially have all your locks key matched. So I'll go ahead and install this one. Okay, so with that installed, I just bring it down and lock it, and now there's no way to lift this lever to detach it from the bar at that point. And that of course works with this T-track method of install or the underbar plate method of install that we showed just a moment ago. Now for security of the bicycle to the carrier, there's another means for that, and that is done at the back of the tray. So again, out of the box it just has a plug, and the plug, you turn it horizontally to allow for removal of the lock mechanism along with a cable. And so the way this works is you just extend that cable, and on the back side of the lock mechanism is the lockdown point. So this loop would go around the frame, and that acts as your theft deterrent for the bicycle. Of course, that would be very low level security because that's not a keyed lock. So we'd want to remove this plastic plug and again replace it with one of Thule's lock cylinders from your matched set. So I'll just install that, and now we have an actual keyed lock, which is a much more effective theft deterrent. So I'll slide that back into place. Now this is held in place not by a magnetic capture or a snap-in. It's actually locked into the end of the tray, and there's no way to pull that back out at that point until you use the key to pull it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and load that bicycle back into place so you can see both the techniques and how the bicycle is positioned. So there are steps to take when you're loading a bike, and out of the box there are stickers that are on the side to give you some helpful tips while you first get used to the rack. So number one is you raise for bike loading, and then number two, that's to secure the wheel. So let's go ahead and raise this up. We have moved it from the original position, and so we'll go ahead and put it back to fit this bicycle that we're loading, and that was a 29. So I'll extend it up and then make sure it clicks into that position, and then I'll push it forward and it'll stop at a pre-designated angle. Then towards the back here, I want to make sure that this rear wheel strap is open, ready to accept the rear wheel. Now when you go to load a bicycle, you notice I am using the rear door threshold in order to give me the height to get up to the height to load up the bicycle. In addition to that, when I grab the bicycle, I want to grab it down low on the frame and fork so that I don't have to lift as high. So next, I'll have to use some momentum and step up onto that threshold, as you see, and I'll dip the rear wheel down low and set the front wheel into place. Okay, so everything is properly positioned at that point. Next, I'll go ahead and raise this lower section up until you hear that click. It's engaging on the opposite side. And then here, I tighten down to get a good snug fit to hold that front wheel securely. And then back to the back here, we want to take this rear wheel strap and run it through the spokes at a diagonal, through the buckle, and you can push, pull, or ratchet, whichever you find more convenient. Okay, and then now let's go ahead and demonstrate how the lock works in the back to secure the bicycle. So once again, the lock cylinder is not included, but we do recommend purchasing a lock cylinder to have full security to lock up your bicycle. And then what we're looking for is a place on the bicycle to fully secure. So I'll just lock it to the frame here and engage it to the back side and lock. So there you have your bicycle locked to the carrier. The carrier is locked to the roof rack, and in our case here, we also have our roof rack locked to the vehicle. So excellent security overall, excellent stability for the bicycle up on the roof. You can see the bicycle travels safely and securely, and once again, no contact with the frame, and at the same time it fits the widest possible range of bicycle frame styles and wheel sizes. So those are all the key features of the Thule UpRide. This product, along with the full line of Thule products, are available at rackoutfitters.com, and thanks very much for watching.